Hello and welcome to day one of the Mindfulness Challenge. I'm your coach, Krista, and today we're going to tackle the topic of present moment awareness. It's kind of like the first step in learning mindfulness. So, a lot of people use this buzzword, mindfulness. What does it really mean? It's really about coming into your present moment and being able to live a very abundant and peaceful life because you're not all caught up in your head trying to think about the past, think about the future, and kind of feeling the lack with both of those. So if you think about it, a lot of us are kind of stuck in our minds where when we're thinking about the past, we're saying, okay, I should have said this, I should have did that, and we get some negative emotions sometimes tied to that, or maybe it was a great time in the past and you're not really feeling your present moment, and you kind of feel the lack of that. Just kind of dwelling in the past doesn't allow you to live out your present moment. So, I mean, I think it's great to have beautiful memories of the past, but, all we have is really right now. And we need to enjoy the right now. We need to be peaceful right now. And mindfulness is a very powerful tool to help us do that. And likewise, not only are we thinking about the past, but we think about the future, and we make all kinds of crazy scenarios in our head. Our mind analyzes the information, they come up with these elaborate storylines, at least my mind does. And, it has everything played out in multiple ways. And, you can just kind of be sitting in line at the grocery store and you can be off in la la land, picturing yourself on an island. I don't know. I mean, it comes up with all kinds of stuff. And a lot of times, when we're thinking about the future, we also feel the lack, right? And you see something that you want, or something you want to say to somebody, or something like that, and you automatically go to the lack. And what these thoughts do is thoughts generate emotions in us, right? And sometimes if they're good emotions, that's not a bad thing. But we can't live our lives just in the past or the future. We have to live in our present. But most of the time, what the thoughts will do is they will generate a lot of negativity, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of depression. And statistics show that about 50% of our population lives on kind of like an autopilot. So what does that mean? Because we just kind of get up every day and we just do our thing, and we're all up in our head. We're thinking about all kinds of stuff that's relevant to us, and we're not really present of what's actually happening. A very good example of this is, getting into a car and you got to go somewhere, and dang, you end up there, but you have no idea how you got there. That happens a lot, right? And a lot of times we're all up in our head thinking about stuff while we're driving, but at the same time, we're operating our bodies. And I think this goes for a lot of people in any aspect, wherever you are. You could be looking at your phone and your kid is, playing cars on the ground or whatever, and you're in your completely different world. You are taking care of the child, but you are in looking at the phone. And those are just, small examples of how we live our life unconsciously. And we're thinking about the past, future, thinking about all these different things. And that's exhausting. It's just exhausting. And I've totally been there. And, mindfulness has been a very powerful tool for me personally, because it helped me to learn how to pull myself into the present moment. And the present moment is beautiful. So with mindfulness, you become more aware of what's going on around you. And with this, the positive emotions of gratitude, abundance, all that is good, right, comes out of it. Even if your present moment is not so great, Mindfulness teaches you to be kind of non-judgmental to things, right? So you don't want to judge it as good or bad. You just judge it as it is what it is, right? It's kind of like an acceptance of this is my present moment. It is neither good or bad, but I accept it. I don't resist it. And we'll get deeper into that, but non judgment is also a very core element of mindfulness because as we learn to be non judgmental of our present moment, when life gets bad, we're okay. When life is good, we're okay. But if life is good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're present and you are peaceful, and that's what matters. And I think deep down, most of us just want to be peaceful. We want to be peaceful in our own skin. We want to not be affected by life's ups or downs because life is always going to do that. Life is always going to be up and down. Doesn't matter how good things are going. Eventually something will happen. Someone will offend you, or your car will break down. Just these things happen, right? But if you are a more peaceful person, you can go to those situations differently, right? You can be a more calm person, a more peaceful person, a more content person. And that mindfulness, present moment awareness is the way that you get there. This stuff works. So being present in your present moment is all about, just being aware of what's going on around you. There's different types. You could say focused attention is focusing on one thing at a time. I'm focusing in on my breath. The breathing is, one of the best ways to center yourself and focus, right? A lot of people take for granted our breath. Our breath is a very cleansing thing. So just kind of going back to your breath and paying attention to it is a very powerful mindfulness exercise. Another way is just to kind of assess where you are, kind of like an open monitoring. That's what they call it, where you're looking around and you're just seeing what, is around you. You're trying to check in with your body. You're trying to check into your surroundings. And you'll be amazed about what comes out of that too, where you really start to see the beauty that is all around us. And we just kind of like unconsciously go by that. So today is, just kind of like an introduction to present moment awareness. And I will post a meditation for you guys to try out. But I hope that you guys have an amazing first day. And please comment if you have comments. And I'll see you tomorrow.